Hi there, it's Kristen here, and I just wanted to share this little video with you with some ideas and tips of what you can do to help yourself when your wrists or forearms or hands get a little achy from whatever you've been doing, like too much typing or doing any kind of manual work that's repetitive and tough, and you get that achy forearm, the muscles there get sore or tight, or the wrist gets achy. So I've got some ideas here to share with you of how you can make that feel better and move on from that. Of course, it goes without saying that if you have sort of severe pain or ongoing pain, repetitive pain, or neurological symptoms like pins and needles and numbness in the hands, then you should get that checked out by a doctor, of course. This is just for your kind of ever so often, oh, I did a bit too much and my hands are getting achy or my wrists are getting achy. But it seems to be happening to a lot of us at the moment, so I hear. So I thought I'd share this little video with you. So this is coming more from my sort of manual sort of massage background. So we can do this together. I'll show you what to do. So let's say I want to work on this is my right arm. I don't know if this is mirrored, so it might look like my left one, but this is my right arm. And I'm just going to start by sort of having that in front of me with my thumb up. So palm facing me, roughly in front of me. And then I'll bring my left hand in and I'm just going to wrap my hand around my wrist. And it's not a death grip, it's not strong, but you're just kind of just a firm but gentle, slightly sensitive, not invasive, but feelable grip around the wrist. And I'm just gonna turn my right hand thumb down. So it's a bit like I'm kind of holding onto the skin around the wrist or the lower forearm and kind of keep a gentle hold of it as I'm turning my hand. So it feels like I'm wringing it out a little bit, wringing out that soft tissue. And you want to be gentle with that, so don't go too brutal, just kind of gently moving. Essentially, it feels like you're moving the bone on the inside around the soft tissue that you're holding onto. And as you can see, I'm kind of moving up towards my elbow and then back down again. Just kind of going up and down a little bit, nice and slow. You don't want that to be terribly uncomfortable, just feeling like you're moving some stuff around. Depending on what's going on, you could also kind of go up the elbow, and you can just use your hands and make your hand go around. You can of course go both directions. There will be one direction that feels sort of more natural, which is the direction that the soft tissue is sort of spiraling for you. So it tends to be when your thumb is up and you're taking a hold and you're turning the thumb down to let your palm face away. That tends to be the direction. But you can also go the other way a few times, of course. Then you can take a hold again and just kind of, by keeping a gentle grip, just open and close your hands so you can make a gentle fist, nothing too tight, nothing too strong, and then just expand, really stretching your fingers out. And you can feel the muscles doing that under your grip in your forearm. And then you can combine the two. So how, if you were going to start with the gentle fist, turning your hand and open. And you can feel that extra as you're going into this little twist and opening up your hand. That feels quite different. Same the other way around. Again, just if that's not causing any pain, of course. Let's shake that out a little bit. And then another thing you can do is, again, similar hold, but this time not so much all the way wrapped around, but you're just having your fingers against the soft tissue of the forearm and maybe the thumb gently on the other side. And you're gonna just pull with your fingers slightly back on the skin there towards your elbow, and then let your hand curl wrist towards you. So again, it feels like you're just kind of stretching the skin a little bit, but you'll be stretching the layers below as well. And again, you can move a bit towards the elbow, which will make it feel less strong. And of course, you could also go the other way. You may not feel that so much, depending on what's going on, or you might, where it's the thumb pulling towards the elbow and you're bending your wrist the other way. And then shake that out again. And then there are a couple of stretches for the wrist as well, depending. One way might feel like it's been going that way the whole time, or you might, and the other way will feel more useful. So depending on what you've been doing and what's needing stretching, you'll quickly notice which one feels more satisfying. So let's do the first one, which is just pressing your hands together, like in this sort of prayer position. And with your palms together, all the way from fingers to wrists, your elbows are just going to float up and go down. So that's the quite gentle one. Test that out first. Of course, the stretch comes in here. And then if you're not feeling that much there, or if you feel like you can try a bit more, turn the hands up and down. So fingers come up, out, and down. And of course, if that doesn't feel like too much, what you could just do is take the hand down and then press against it, and you're getting a good stretch that way as well. Of course, it might be worth doing both sides, even if it's just one hand that's achy, so they both get the treatment. And then the other one, this is can be a bit complicated. So you're going to start with a fist and hand, sort of wrist, elbow all lined up, again in front of you, sort of at shoulder level roughly, or a little lower. And then your other hand's going to wrap around that fist, and that elbow is going to be vertical down. So you've got this sort of 90-degree angle. You've got this in a horizontal line and that in a vertical. You keep the hold of the wrist, so you're not going to let your hand slide in your other hand, but you're going to bend at this wrist by sending your elbow down like a pump handle. So don't let the hand come with, then you're not going to get the stretch. The bend wrist here is the key. And that's when you should start feeling a good stretch across the top there. You come back up again, no need to hold it forever or for a long time. It's more like moving in and out, giving it a bit of a tug before the body notices that it's stretching, you're coming back out. And just do that a few times until that feels like it's, that felt good. And then again, shake it out. So that's just a couple of things that you can try. And let me know how it goes. So if you've got any questions, or if you want to do a little bit more, or whether you want to get into strengthening your wrists as well, because if they're aching, they may be a little bit weak. Maybe they need to get a bit stronger so they can work for you a bit better. So you could do something about that. But for now, that's me. I hope that was helpful, and see you around.